You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, it's AFTERBUZZ TV's Game Control Live.
Hey guys, and welcome to Game Control Live with this epic music, Star Fox, Godspeed. Wait a second. Yes, this is Godspeed from Star Fox. I'm like, wait a second. Is it from Star Fox? It is.
It is.
It's from Kohrmann by the Wingless from OC Remix. So definitely check out OC Remix. Has tons of stuff. The Wingless are awesome songs. I've used them before, but this is from Star Fox. So joining us today for our final episode of the year, we'll be back in January. Grant Kohrmann.
Aww, Grant.
Aww. And Donell Tucker.
Hello! Woo!
He's back.
Back in action.
Donell.
Yeah.
I do.
And next to
Naughty.
me, the lovely in pink, Kaori Takee.
Hello, guys.
And guys, I'm a
Yes?
foxy Star Fox. Dave
on.
Klein.
I'm gonna throw up a bit. Foxy Fox.
Foxy, man. And in the booth, John Quick.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Along with me in the booth is the good old-fashioned phone number, which is 424-256-1729.
Say it again. Quickly.
That is 424-256-1729. Did you get all that? I cannot repeat it again. It's back to Dave.
So guys, we have a whole bunch of quick hit stories for you guys. Maybe I finally have a chance to talk about Dark Souls again. I do.
Oh, like we don't find a reason every week.
Make a reason.
Whoa!
This is what I'm next to.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
That's so.
Dave, if you were like trying to go for, I didn't know which camera, so people just saw like your ass moving away.
Oh, good. And then I'm in workout pants right
Yeah, exactly. Looking good, Dave. Looking good.
We do not get dressed up
Yes.
for this show. I just want everybody to know I'm currently not.
I dress up. I dress
What
to
the hell are
impress.
you talking about? This side of the table, maybe.
Well, Corey looking good
I'm
too.
not
They look
She's
tough.
matching.
Top
Kaori
off.
always looks good, so let's continue on from
Look
there.
at that.
And-
We got a bunch of quick hits, but let's go ahead and jump into. We're gonna start, and we want you guys to call and let us know your choices for this. So let us know. But we're gonna say our best games of the year, best where we have a bunch of categories. Because last week we talked about the VGXs. We talked about on the list the week before that of the list what we would choose. But let's go. We're gonna go ahead and talk about our choices for games of the year, and we want to hear from you guys too. So go ahead and call in 424-256-1729. So first category. Let's start off with best handheld game. That's PS Vita. That is also 3DS, and we'll also include iPad, iOS. So I think The Room came out this year, so that's fair game as well. If you guys enjoyed The Room,
Very recent.
so
Room 2.
oh, The Room is free right now, by the way. So I guess I'll jump in. My best handheld game of the year is Fire Emblem Awakening. I absolutely love the Fire Emblem franchise. I thought it dipped off a little bit after the original one on GBA. That was the first one to come to America, not the original one. But this is, I think this is the second best Fire Emblem game you can get in America. I think it's a fantastic game, and Fire Emblem is one of my top
Second best Fire Emblem game you can get in America.
Well, Fire Emblem, the one on GBA, is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
But there's still another Fire Emblem game that you should get prior to getting this one.
Well, it's my top 5 favorite games of all time, so it's pretty high up there for me. So, Fire Emblem
high.
Awakening is this, I think, finally a good sequel to one of my top 5 favorite games. So that is my my game of the, or not game of the year, best
handheld.
my handheld game of the year.
Uh-oh.
Handheld of the year.
It's a good choice, though. It's a good choice.
So yes.
Corey?
Well, I don't. Does the iPad count as a
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
handheld.
we
Handheld.
counted
count it in this,
It's included.
In this instance, we'll count it.
Okay, so it's tied
Since you need
between
both
The
hands.
Walking Dead on
Okay.
my iPad
Okay.
and Luigi's Dark Moon on the handheld.
Yes,
3DS.
Luigi's Mansion
Good
2.
choice.
Great
Yeah.
choice. And Kevin Moreno on the chat chiming in saying Project X Zone is his. I had a chance to
Ooh.
check it out at E3, but I haven't played it, so I'll have to
Yeah,
check
I
that
haven't
one
played
out.
it either.
It looked good. It's like literally 120 different like characters all strung together in a game. Like
You think
major characters.
I always felt like, do you think that's too much, though? Like, I can't really hone in on one
I don't know. Kevin Moreno said
I know.
Project X Zone.
If he says
But-
it's his game,
Hey,
he's
yeah, if it's
obviously
your
right.
game of the year, I'm gonna have to check it out.
must not have pissed off somebody.
handheld game.
Yeah, handheld.
Yes, handheld. Best handheld of the year. So, Grant.
My best handheld game is for the PS Vita is Guacamelee.
Yeah, nice.
Like I actually like playing these games. Like sometimes I get bored and I don't end up wanting to finish or review them. But Guacamelee, it's like it's enticing and like there's a lot of unlockables and like there's replayability and you can play it again as the female protagonist in the game, which is it's kind of fun. I like it.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, I mean that's a game for me. I haven't played that many PS Vita games. That's one of the few ones where I'm like, I actually kind of do want a PS Vita for
tough.
Guacamelee.
Good God, it's tough. Like the later levels, like they provide a significant challenge. This is not for the weak of heart. If you enjoy, hey, if you're a platforming fanatic, go and get the game.
I love platformers. I'm a platforming fanatic. It's for me.
Yeah,
but
platforms
Donell,
are great.
what was for you?
My choice is a platformer. You guys probably heard of it. It's Legend of Zelda.
What is that?
A Link Between Worlds.
Well, it's
where
not
you become
technically a platformer.
what?
On the wall, it sort of is platform.
Action adventure.
This is platform.
Well, you
trust
do have
me.
platforming,
I was
yeah.
playing it, and it's really hard because you have to like go into like 2D mode and go around the wall, hop on platforms that move. So for me, it has a very a lot.
You have to hop on platforms that move. So I call
Right,
it
so it's a platform.
I'll add on
now
that-
it is action, of course, with the sword swing and all that's great fun, and it's very classic to the Link to the Past and all that. But it has new, it looks really good and just new gameplay mechanics.
I do want to add in for that game for A Link Between Worlds. One of the great things about it for me was that the 3D actually mattered in it. It actually made a difference. And I
Right.
was like, wow, this actually plays really
They're
well.
using
on
the
3D
technology of the
features.
3DS.
I haven't played it, but a lot of people that have, like, they say that this is one of the first games for 3DS where the 3D actually,
Comes into
It
enjoyable
does.
play,
It comes
right.
into
for
play.
them.
It really makes sense. So that's big props to that.
That's why I picked mine. Best handheld.
John, do you have a choice for best handheld?
I'll drink to that.
I'm gonna be an unoriginal bastard. I gotta ride on your coattails with Fire Emblem, Dave.
Yes, yes.
Look, John, you don't need to always be Dave's shadow. All right. Sometimes you gotta be
it's
out there in the
okay to
light.
be.
Well, I can really, considering that I don't have a 3DS and a Vita of my own, and I can basically only play the games that Dave buys.
Well, I mean, like,
Well, I have A Link Between
a
Worlds.
good
but
example
he
is
hasn't played it
like
yet.
if we were going to
Get to play that, John.
If we were going to include all of our mobile platforms and everything, like I had an amazing time playing ridiculous fishing on my iOS device.
More so than
No, not Guacamelee.
Guacamelee.
Yeah, go
All right,
ahead.
so Guacamelee is still your game.
Never.
That's still your game. So, Toluca Baduka is saying, for the past 24 hours, I've been addicted to Jetpack Joyride. That came out a couple years ago, I believe, but that is a really
Oh,
good handheld
right,
game.
yes.
Alyssa
Very
White
addicting.
saying, The Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds is incredible. Watchtower Base saying, I would go with what I know, so Luigi, Fire Emblem, or Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And Rachel Steiner saying, Mighty Switch Force uses 3D really well. And I love ALBW. I thought she was going to say Animal Crossing.
Link
I'm thrown
Between
off. Oh, A Link
Worlds.
Between Worlds.
Yes.
Yeah,
see?
should have known that
I'm surprised
one.
that more people aren't like Animal Crossing. That was like a flash in the pan.
It just kind of came and went
was
for
like,
me.
pow.
I mean,
It was new. It was cool, and then it was
it
like
was fun, but wasn't like a
artificial.
game that like
Yeah.
a really great game. It's just when you kind of get a little addicted to that.
Well, I'm not
There
gonna
was some
lie.
major addiction with
I
that
think
one.
Animal Crossing was the kind of game that a lot of people bought 3DSs for because of the hype.
yeah.
But and they also
Can
had
we
that
say
cute
the
little
same
bundle pack.
for A Link Between Worlds? I mean, they have the nice little bundle and everything.
I think the Animal Crossing is more of a even casual gamers will.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more casual-esque. But
Yeah.
let's move on to the next category, best indie game.
This is
So,
where I'm gonna win it.
nah.
Grant, why don't you start us off because you were
I
the
got
one who
mine.
was all about your indie
I was
games.
actually kind of outspoken on this because like everybody has piled on Gone Home. From like most of the awards, like the Fulbright Company, like they're getting the best, like the best and most outspoken recognition. But
Uh-oh.
I would say Kentucky Route Zero. We're not even like
What?
we're
Why is he
barely
getting
2/5 of the
fines?
way through this game.
How much did you
and
pay John to play that?
I didn't pay him a darn thing. In fact, he probably paid me
Oh wow. Okay.
royalties.
Sorry.
That's my clapping in the background.
Yeah.
Come on. There's no reason to cut my mic. It's not even funny. There's just absolutely
It's
no
funny.
reason.
I'm sorry. I think it's
Kentucky
funny.
Route Zero, it's such an underrated game, and I find that most people that even do have an opinion on indie games haven't played it yet. So go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely worth it. Worth every penny. Don't
I'll-
even need
I'll
to wait
give
for
it
it to
a
go
look.
on sale.
All right, let's bounce over to Donell.
Mine was actually Nick has been talking about it. He loves this certain game, and I was just like, okay, I'll try
Yeah,
it
well, I
out.
hate that game.
Well, you already do?
I don't know again.
Well, my pick is Rogue Legacy, where basically you become a knight, you die, then you have the ancestor, and then you can pick random stuff, and it's funny, and you just play it over and over again as you get better and better, and there's new. The map changes, but there's just certain upgrades. You can stop it, and it's a very just like replay value. It just keeps you going and doesn't feel too much like, oh, it's old, because the place changes. So once it was going down, now you have to go up inside.
When I was
and
playing it,
going
most people
through.
said that they just waited until they got the character that they wanted to run the levels with. So
See,
they were
I
just
don't-
like the random ability of everything. Once people found a way to get around it, which is just restarting the level over and over again, they would run it with the character that they wanted.
Right, and that's fine. But again, you're still learning on like, oh, I want to try this character. This character's colorblind. Is there a purpose? I don't know. So it's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
black and white, sure. But it's like it's funny. It's good. It's a great indie game. I say you guys check it out.
I don't know.
Here
Kaori.
you go.
Okay. Actually, I was gonna say The Room, but I don't think it came out this year. I think that was last year, wasn't it?
No, I think it came out this year earlier, right?
Which one?
Well, I don't think
The
they released
Room.
both
The
of them.
Room?
For
No,
iPad.
The Room
iOS.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, the room
I
too.
think that was like December last year, wasn't it?
You can say the room.
Just say it.
Can I say The Room?
Just say
Can
it.
you say it? I
was
think it
really
came out
close.
last year
Say it.
though.
Guacamole, I was in
But-
February, so I was really close to the beginning of the year anyway. So if
I
it
think
came out in
either
December,
was like January or December.
if
but
it came out in December of last year, I think I'll allow it. So
I'm gonna say The Room. I love that game. I love that style of game. It actually reminds
That's
me a
good.
little bit of Escape the Room games.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I love the shit out of Escape the Room games. And I wish people made
Which
more
I
of
can
them.
attest to because like whenever there was an Escape the Room game on the iPad, that's all I'd see Dave playing on the iPad whenever I saw him. It's like
They're
other
great.
than Jetpack Joyride and Super Hexagon.
Hexagon.
Yeah.
Those are the games I saw him
Hexagon was
playing the
great.
most.
But Super Hexagon was last year too, I think.
I remember
I'm gonna say
playing
The Room.
I remember
Okay.
playing so many Escape the Room on like Newgrounds and stuff
Yeah,
back
it
in the
was
day.
like
Remember?
Newgrounds
It
and,
was just
like,
like, oh, when's the
JS
the
games.
next style of
Yeah.
Escape the Room?
So I wish there were more of those. I think iOS is the perfect platform to Escape the Room, and hardly any come out. So this reminded me a lot of an Escape the Room game. And
Come on!
perfect. So yeah, I love The Room. Totally in that style, puzzles, and
Yeah.
it was great.
So
Okay,
Kaori, did
well-
you play
Kaori.
any games?
Here's the thing. Gone Home, I don't like, so I'm not going to put that there. And then I played The Room, and it was fun, but it wasn't phenomenal for me. So I'm going to go with what Donell is recommending me to go play, and I'm going to go play is Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. It looks really fun, like it's a Bible horror story.
Play it
with
It's
pigs.
definitely
in the dark.
It will poop your
Piggies.
pants.
Play it in the dark. You're gonna get
With
scared.
headphones.
Piggies are cute.
Definitely
no matter
has
what.
the puzzles in there
no
too,
Cute
but-
pigs in that game.
Yeah.
Just like in the
whatsoever.
Nine Inch Nails music video, Closer.
Or like
Yes.
saw pigs.
yeah, those
Okay.
are cute pigs.
Remember that heart beating in the
Pig.
Yeah.
Dig, 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 dig.
So all right, so the cute game Amnesia. War of Pigs. A Machine for Pigs, right?
perfect.
Yes, a
It's
machine
perfect.
for pigs. I'm going to go play
I
it.
think you're forgetting a key one, which would be Battle Block Theater, which is my pick for best
Oh.
indie game.
I forgot that
Good
this came out
narration.
this year.
Yeah.
Good narration.
Yeah, you know what? The narration alone was what made that. And actually, playing with John and I played it together. That was so much fun as a co-op experience. That's the only thing about that game is you have to play
That,
co-op.
like,
to
I
have
feel like
fun.
multiplayer.
You have to play multiplayer. I mean, it's like, it was the same thing with the game before that they had, which was Castle Crashers. That was also much better multiplayer. This, even more so. You absolutely have to play this game multiplayer. But yeah, Battle Block Theater was a good one. I kind of forgot that was this year. Yeah, the narrator was fantastic. So let's go ahead and move on to Best 360 Game. Xbox One and PS4 don't really have any games for them, so we're kind of skipping them. So we're going to do
Sorry,
Best
from
360
what I
games.
know.
Okay.
Best 360 game. I'll go ahead and start with this one. For me, it was kind of a toss-up between Brothers and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was a multi-platform game, but I'm gonna say Brothers because they just can't really get that
You
experience
stole
many
mine.
places. But we can have the same one.
Yeah, it's okay.
No.
I want to be unique.
No.
I want to shine.
I mean, come on, she wouldn't have dyed parts of her hair pink if she wanted to be like everybody else.
That's true.
So Watchtower is saying play Outlast. I think Outlast came out last year.
Yeah.
That is a really good game.
But he's
if you
just
want.
saying that it owns Machine of Pigs. That's all. He's saying
So-
if you're in it for the Machine of Pigs type game style or Amnesia game style, play Outlast
True. I
instead.
will say when I've seen a lot of footage of it, it is pretty like heart
Yeah.
beating, like run.
But I will say, Brothers, just for the story, and Kaori, you can bounce off with that.
Yeah,
Bounce it
because
off.
It's just such an easy game to play that everyone can enjoy it, and it's not complicated. Sometimes games
But
are
is
complicated,
it?
and you're like, no, it's
Because
really
I thought
simple.
like Brothers, you have to like control two.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
If that's problematic for you.
But as a, but I'm just saying as a person who's
Shouldn't
like
be
not
playing video
really.
games.
He's like, I only have one thumb that works.
Exactly, and I only can like I press buttons and this moves. I can't have two of my thumbs moving.
It's-
Like it's like patting your head and,
Well,
and
yeah, but
rubbing your
it's-
tummy, right?
it's
What
not
you're
just-
succeeding in doing right now.
I'm doing it.
Holy crap!
But I guess at the same
Oh my
time, though,
God.
you really only have 3 buttons for this game. It's your 2 analogs and you press A.
But then
Okay.
it's not just,
That's it.
it's
Or I
not
think
just
it's-
the simplicity of the game. It's the puzzles and it's the story.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
everything. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I mean, I'd say for me, it's the story of it and just
Yeah.
just watching the characters interact. Also, the environments were really creative and fun. So I enjoyed the environments, the story of the game, and just the puzzles were fun too. I mean, they weren't hard, but it was fun. It doesn't have to be a hard puzzle to be fun.
Yeah, and if you have a brother or a sibling, even an
Brother!
asshole one like I did.
Yeah, if you have siblings, it
still
does,
like,
it does have a
Come
little
a
bit
little
more
closer?
weight to it.
Yeah.
Watchtower Bay says, Brothers I liked. He's the definitive person right now. Brothers I liked.
Brothers, it was good.
Brother!
Brother.
Donnell!
My choice for 360 will have to be, well, of course, BioShock Infinite. That was an incredible game, mind-blowing. I played it twice just to make sure I got everything of the what Ken Levine was thinking in his head because he's mostly crazy.
I played it twice mostly because I missed out on half of the collectibles.
Well, definitely, you know, it is
And you
very.
can't go back and get them.
Yeah.
It's
you
a very
can't.
complex story. A lot of people would be like, "What?" towards the end, but it's very like, it's smart, it's new, and definitely.
Like 10
it definitely
minutes
just.
into it.
It definitely opened up my mind, and
Yeah.
I think constants and variables, guys. The choices we make.
I did love that.
The
little touch
lieutenant's
points were
it's a good
great.
theory.
acceptance speech for the VGX was totally horrible.
Eh.
The VGX was horrible.
VGX was horrible entirely. Everything about it was bad.
Joe McHale was funny though. Being that he
I
didn't
just
want to be there.
I just
but
like
anyways,
I just like Joel McHale for the fact that he was ripping into
Anyways.
Jeff Keighley. That was all I
Right,
liked about it.
right.
But all right, Grant.
My 360 game, I don't think anybody here has played, and I think it's as we're not talking only about like it's hard to actually pick a 360 exclusive, and most of
Right.
the award shows and the award nominations didn't pick exclusives, which I thought was kind of like
What is it?
it's kind of a cop out, but at the same time I didn't in this case because mine was available on multiple platforms. Is Lost Planet 3. I think that like it's an amazing
And
experience.
you are the only person.
I think it's an amazing experience. It has amazing music, great voice acting. It pushes the console itself's graphics to the limit. It's actually pretty close to the Halo 4 as far as
Yeah.
like how extreme it pushes the Xbox hardware.
just a quick question: why do you think nobody played it? Is it because the only thing I'm thinking, Dead Space 3?
Well,
Is
it
it
got
because
terrible reviews.
I think it
It got slammed.
did get slammed.
I'm just trying to think
Okay,
of like
mediocre
honestly,
reviews. It
I
wasn't
don't
yeah,
terrible,
it wasn't
mediocre.
terrible, but it's like
I
Dead
Mediocre.
don't
Space 3 was
understand why it
fine,
got
but
so-
people played
But
that.
Lost Planet 3 had like
It was
6s,
an
and it wasn't a
immersive,
huge.
fun experience. It had great music and a great story. I don't really understand why it was so. I think that it wasn't a $59 game. It was definitely a solid $30 game. And I said this when I talked about it on the show when it came out. It wasn't like a blockbuster game. And I think if they didn't treat it that way, and if Lost Planet, like Capcom didn't treat it that way, like it might have done a little bit better. Like if they just like dropped all of their like pretentious, like it has to be exactly like the previous Lost Planet games. Like it has to hold on to some of that old Lost
Yeah.
Planet 1, Lost Planet 2
trying to
storytelling
probably
or anything else.
please
If they
to
had
the
dropped it all,
Lost Planet
if they had dropped it
fans.
completely, it would have been. I mean, besides
Well-
being my game of the year, it would have sold a lot more.
Well, Toluca Baduka says, "Hey, I love Lost Planet." And Watchtower Bay says, "I have Lost Planet 3, and it's really good." So there you go. Some people agreeing with you. But here's the reason why it got.
Other games in other categories. Yes, I love Grand Theft Auto 5, but I voted for it in another
But
category.
look, okay. But look, here's the thing though. So Lost Planet 3 though, like, it's a game where it got 6s for the reviews,
Yeah.
and then you have a series that wasn't as strong as Dead Space. Dead Space already had a much larger fan base than Lost Planet. So
I kind of reversed them. I was like, Dead Space is like, it just kept getting less and less scary with each iteration.
Yeah, I'd agree with that for Dead Space.
I actually liked
exactly.
what Lost
It
Planet
became-
did for its storytelling when it
but,
got to Lost
but then when the
Planet
reviews
3.
come out and you're like, well, Lost Planet 3 came out, I didn't really
That's
play
what
the
I'm saying,
others,
it's like-
and it got 6s, you're like, well, I guess I don't need to give
If
it a
you compare,
chance.
like, it's like, oh, which one did you get? Dead Space 3 or Lost
Well,
Planet 3? I
I've
feel like a
just
lot of people would
recommended
say Dead Space 3.
I've recommended it so often, and I'm not saying it's my game of the year for the Xbox 360 just because I have recommended it. It's the one I had the most fun playing. on
Hey,
Xbox
that's fine.
360.
Hey, no one's judging you.
That was
man.
that
Hey,
that
we're
I
not
played
against
on
you.
it. So.
If that's your pick, that's your pick.
Yeah,
All
we all
right?
like you.
Respect.
Respect. Yeah, I have nothing against that.
Yeah,
just
we just
explain
wanna
why it
know
didn't sell
why.
well. That's
Yeah,
all. I
we
was
just
just like,
wanna
that's
know.
why. But let's move on to the next topic. Best PS3 game. Kaori, start us off.
Oh,
I think we're all gonna say we're all gonna say the same
If
freaking
you
Yeah.
don't
game.
know, The Last of Us.
Can I just say The Last of Us?
And I'll say it too. So
Yeah,
like,
so
we're
all three of us,
we're
Last of
all
Us.
on
I
the
mean,
same page.
Naughty
I
Dog.
may have something different to say.
That's why you don't need.
That's why you don't wait.
We're doing
Don't
the, are we
about
doing
The Last of Us
PS3?
right now.
We're doing the PS3 game of this year or of
Yeah,
all
this
time?
year. This year.
Yeah.
Ah, all right.
This is all.
He's like,
the-
hey.
yeah.
Wait, what was his? What was your Xbox?
Oh yeah,
game
what
of
was
the
your
year?
360 game of the year, John?
Call of Horror as the Gunslinger.
Ah,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
nice.
that was a
Yeah.
really fun arcade
Yeah.
game.
All right.
Really
that was good.
underrated.
I will say it
was good.
was pretty close for a
Wait,
lot
what
of
was
these
your indie
games
game of the
for
year,
me.
John?
My overall game of the indie game of the year. I said Battle Block
Oh, that's
Theater.
right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
he said
Sorry.
Block.
Yeah. Okay, so my best PS3 game is I got a PS3 this year, so I was just playing back catalog. So I actually didn't have a chance to play one. So that's why I said it was
What a
mine.
fucking
I didn't play
letdown.
Last of Us.
Oh, Grant, ease it up.
He's like the Kaori's got the joke.
I wasn't trying to.
He wasn't trying to.
I wasn't trying to. I didn't know
actually
Kyrie was
remember
gonna give me like a drum roll.
We can't control her.
But but I went ahead and I was more excited to I was more excited to pick up Ni no Kuni than The Last of Us, and that's why I'm
Hey.
excited
Oh,
to
and
play.
he
There you go.
redeems himself.
A great
Okay.
game.
I was gonna say that
Great
that I'm actually
Japanese
more excited
RPG.
about is Ni no Kuni, so I cannot wait to dig
And
into
you
that
pulled
one.
it right back from the edge, my
Yeah.
friend.
So-
You
pulled
were
it
almost
back.
falling off, but Nino
Yeah.
Kuni
No more
saved you.
drum roll.
So, just supposed to say shocker. Last of Us is a damn good game.
See?
Damn good.
And Rachel
I know.
Steiner's going to bed. No! Okay, so that's right about that. All right, so John, best PS3 game of the year.
Best PS3 game of the year? I'd probably have to say Last of Us. I mean, that's about
Thank
the only
you.
exclusive that I can really say of
Right.
the year. Of all
It's
time,
so-
It's of the
stands out
year. You
really
didn't say of
well.
all time for any of these.
None of
well,
us-
too
Why is
bad. I'm
PS3
going
the
to
one
go
you're
with all
excited to
time.
go
I
out
want
all
to
time
stump
on?
for a game that nobody talks about. It's a game called Folklore. It came out, I think it was one of the launch titles for
Yep.
the PS3.
Yep, it was.
Surprisingly good game.
Nobody cares.
Going back to a launch title. My goodness.
I enjoyed the hell out of that
It's-
game.
7
I-
years later, he's
yeah.
picking it up.
Hey, it's
I
still a
didn't
great
play
game.
it this year. I played it a while ago.
Kevin
but-
Moreno ripping into me too. Dave, I got PS3 last month and I still got The Last of Us. Here's the problem. I have a dev kit PS3 and I can't play The Last of Us on my dev kit PS3. That's why I haven't played it. But it's new enough to play Ni no Kuni. So anyways, let's go to next category, best Wii U game. Donell, you want to start off?
Yes, I'll
that's
start
rough.
off. Well, you know, I hate to say it, but I mean, they just do it so well. It's just Super Mario. I mean, it's
Me
just
too.
they know their system, they know how to use it well. So 3D World, it goes to it. I mean, it's fun, it's beautiful, and I don't know.
I'm with you there. I'm just gonna hop on his.
Hop on, be a
Back.
cat.
I'm gonna run
Cats.
behind the truck and hop on at the last minute. Woo!
Boom.
Oh, see, there we
See?
go. Boom.
Because all the other Wii U's, they're just the games. They're still trying to figure it out.
It is I mean, like I played Pikmin.
There's Pikmin 3.
I played Pikmin.
Yeah,
I
I
played.
didn't get
that
to
was
play
it.
That much.
I played
Another
a lot of-
Nintendo.
You know what? I was actually gonna say, like, I mean, honestly, if it come out this year, Nintendo Land might have been my favorite game of the year because I loved the multiplayer so much. It was
Right.
just- it's a game that it's really that party atmosphere where I can't think of any game in the past 5 years that I've had so much fun saying, "Hey, come over to my place. We're playing Nintendo Land," and just had such a blast with it. So it would have actually been Nintendo Land, but this year, Super Mario 3D World.
Right.
Yeah.
So this year, gotta go with it.
Good job, Nintendo.
So here
Keep
is
bringing them out.
the
do
John.
that stuff more often.
They want third party.
John.
John,
John.
Wii U. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and say Zombie U. I don't care that
that
it
was also last year.
That was last year.
Very
in
much
December,
last year.
like November, December of last year.
yeah, so
Screw
it was
it. It
Nintendo
counts.
Land, but I said it still goes
It
to
It can
Super Mario 3D
count.
World.
Whatever. It was the end of the year. As far as like 1 year ago from this day, you can probably throw it in.
Sensing some
John's
Zombieland
on 3D World.
loyalty
It's
here.
fine.
sensing some Zombie U loyalty here.
Did anybody say anything
Did
else?
anyone work on a trailer for this game? I mean, nothing. I didn't say anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the big category. Game of the year! Hey. All right, who wants to start off?
Mine is like extremely popular game for Game of the Year.
Then Grant will
It's
start us
Grand Theft Auto
off.
5. So
What?
I mean, like
what game?
it's Grand Theft Auto 5 across all platforms. As far as like the worth of the game, months after it comes out, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, that's his choice. That's
I
his
just,
choice.
the only thing that pisses me off is it wasn't made available, or they didn't have a plan for the next gen release. At least not right away.
My game of the year is The Walking Dead. I mean, I can't. Anything I think of like a game that really just sort of connected me to the characters and the decisions were so like crucial. It was something that I was just like this. They developed it really well because how I reacted was the same choices that were there, and I'm like, how
You're
do they
talking
do that?
about survival instinct, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, good. Just clarifying.
Arrow in the shotgun all day.
Just
Yeah.
clarifying.
Walking Dead.
So Kevin Moreno in the
TellTale
chat saying
games.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I'll go ahead and go next then with mine. My game of the year was actually back to another category, Fire Emblem Awakening. That's why I accidentally said my.
That's why I was just like, I knew it's
misthought.
gonna
I
be
misfired.
Game of the Year.
Yeah, so Fire Emblem Awakening is also my game of the year as well as best handheld. 3DS was my favorite system of the year. Tons of games I loved on the 3DS. Mario and Luigi. You had Zelda: Link Between Worlds, which you were talking about. And then I know there were, Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion, and there were actually a lot more games that I can't remember at the moment. That is actually my favorite system. But Fire Emblem, like I said, sequel to one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, and it really held up to me a lot. It was a fantastic game. So, my game of the year, Fire Emblem Awakening.
Boom.
Kaori?
I really wish I could say Skyrim. I know it's old, but it just I
And
can't.
I wish I could say Dark Souls, but I
always look
can't.
back to play it, but
Screw it, I said zombie, you do it.
because
So we're writing off that side of the table, are we not?
we're the nice table. We make.
So Luca Baduka agreeing with you, by the way, Donell, The Walking Dead, loved it.
Oh, we got a caller.
Walking
Call
Dead.
up.
Uh-oh.
We're
Call
Kyrie's
it
getting cut
in.
off now because it took so long.
Welcome
back
to
to
Game Control
Listen.
Live. You're on the
We'll come
air.
back so you have a chance to talk about why. All right, caller.
You cut me
guys.
off.
Hi,
I thought it
Watchtower.
was Lissa.
Hey, Grant already knows it's gonna be me. So
What is your game of the year?
it's been the game that I've been playing a lot lately, which is Assassin's Creed 4 Black.
Ooh, yeah, I've been playing that too.
Okay.
You know,
I mean,
actually, I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm planning to over the holidays. So that's my.
It is so much. It's kind of like GTA 5 in a way, but it's
Right.
more of.
But it's
what they
more like
do
you
with
get to play a
open speed
pirate and a
everything.
ninja at the same time.
Right. Well, here's the question: Do
And
you
an
like
assassin.
For me, it's like I feel less that I'm playing as an assassin and more of as a pirate. It's like I don't feel like it's an Assassin's
since the
Creed.
last-
I feel like it's a pirate's game.
Since the last Assassin's
It
Creed,
kind
I
of
started to
feels
veer
that
away
way,
from
yeah.
it.
But it also reminds me of Assassin's Creed 2. It kind of like went back to Assassin's Creed 2 mechanics
Yeah.
for this game.
Right. The stealth is a lot better.
Like and also like what Grant said a while back when I mentioned it, he kind of said that Ubisoft was kind of making up for it in this game after the failure of Assassin's Creed 3. Well, not exactly a failure, but
Right, it was
you get
just-
what-
Just not critically recepted well, and didn't really progress the story in
as
the way
they
that the
planned,
fans
as
wanted.
they projected.
yeah,
But you
and-
got to
and-
climb on
and the
trees.
3.
You still doing
Yeah,
4?
and-
I know. I'm saying
Yeah,
that was the new
and
thing.
the DLC for it is actually pretty good too.
Yeah,
I
actually,
haven't
it's
tried it
been
out.
getting some good reviews. But thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Watchtower.
All right, have a good one.
And back to Kari.
Well,
Yeah, you
it's-
didn't get.
So,
get
Kari,
right
what's
off.
your
No,
choice?
it's like it's blown out of proportion. It's really just The Last of Us. Okay, The Last of Us was
That's
excellent.
not blown out
That's
of
not blown out.
proportion.
It's a
not
great
bad.
I think it's
game.
a lot
Naughty
of
Dog
people's
always
last-
knocks it out of the park.
Okay,
And I would say the
yes,
only
Last
reason
of
that
Us.
I said like since we didn't talk about Grand Theft Auto with any other category, I would say the reason that I picked Grand Theft Auto.
Why?
The voice acting, and like I'm not like because like it's a gameplay and like it's just because it's shooting and open world and you get to punch hookers and all that stuff. The
Don't
voice
have to.
acting is actually pretty great, and Trevor is in that game.
Yeah.
He got robbed. He got robbed, and a lot of other like award show ceremonies, like he got robbed.
Well, when Troy Baker plays 2 roles, he has a better chance. But it was also VGX. So, John,
Yes.
what is your game of the year?
I'm gonna probably go with the game that I played the most that was released this year, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh,
Tomb Raider was actually
okay.
my runner-up.
That's a
so
good one.
I agree with that choice. Tomb Raider was fantastic. Totally underrated. Well, I don't know if it was underrated. It got a lot of plays, but I think
It's okay.
I love the game.
I think it did
loved it.
well.
Undersold.
That was fantastic.
Undersold.
I don't
I
think
mean,
it was.
sold actually really well.
Yeah,
It's
it
not up to their
sold well.
expectations.
Yeah, I think it was okay.
They said you will sell 6 million, and she could only sell 3. And
Yeah.
So they actually
Sorry.
said. I thought they said 3.5 million. She sold 3, so it was like just barely.
Yeah,
under,
it was
I
just
thought.
barely. It was just.
And they were like, it ruined
No,
us
they
as a
needed
company.
at least 3.5 in order to
And that
start
was
turning
also
a
only
profit.
within like the 3-month span. That's not even counting sales beyond that, but yeah. Anyways, that report
Tough
was
world.
ridiculous. Anyways, so that is our wrap up for that. So let's talk about our gaming moment of the fucking year.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba,
Ba-da-ba.
ba-da.
Music.
John, let's start with you.
What music is that?
My own.
I don't know. If you had told me to have music queued up, I totally would
No,
have.
but
Dave.
John, what is your gaming moment of the fucking year?
All right. Gaming moment of the year. It would have to be when, while playing Persona 4, I ended up steamrolling through the Yukiko Amagi boss without having to grind at all. It was
So wait a minute, hold on. Steamrolling to the Yukiko Amagi boss without having to grind at all. That
like-
sounds incredibly sexual.
Well,
Well, considering that she became my character's love interest, it was.
Very
I
much.
steamrolled right through that and didn't have to grind at all.
yeah.
That's very.
Speaking of that, my
Detail.
anti-gaming moment of the year is that you chose her as your love interest,
As opposed to Chie Satonaka.
as opposed to Chie or Rise.
Risa. I mean, Rise's too high maintenance. Chie.
Yeah. I don't want a girl like that.
She just didn't move fast enough. Yukiko made her interest.
Chie is fun.
She was a little
Yukiko's
bit-
boring. Like I'm gonna
Interesting.
bore your
What men
ears
like.
off.
Sometimes
men
I like the
like?
simple
Chia
girls.
was like I thought she was like the least together character of that entire
Chie is the
ensemble.
fun one, and Rise is the pretty smoking one.
It's not all about looks, buddy.
That's why I said Chie, because
That's
she's the
right.
fun one.
So encapsulated, Persona 4 has both of your gaming moment and anti-gaming moment of the year.
Okay,
Combined to one. Grant.
Grant, what is your moment?
My gaming moment of the year, despite how much I guess it could be my gaming moment and my anti-gaming moment of the year,
All right.
is the Ueda. And like how weird of a ride it's been. The Ueda, like the Ueda game fund that they launched, and it just like it flopped, and like scam artists ended up flocking to it, and it's just like it's seeing one of the first, and arguably actually that would be like the first real like production console, and the Ueda come out and like get its legs in the beginning of the year and like move towards the end of the year and like this thing and doing the next thing. Like regardless of how much I've lambasted it and like I dislike it, and I still think it's like it's a good direction for the industry.
I think the whole E3 thing was fun. That happened
Yeah,
with
and
Ueda.
then like
Yes.
I mean when
Being
you
locked
see
outside.
and then another thing I would say to kind of like go on with it, my gaming moment of the year, it's also why it's my anti-gaming moment of the year, is their Twitter account is so just absolutely horrible. It's like on like the big on the biggest gaming nights of the year. It's like the night where we're all going out and getting our Xbox Ones. It's like Ueda Twitter accounts going like, "What are you gonna do tonight? You know what you're doing tonight?" And then it shows a picture of a guy sitting at home playing the Ueda, and it's like, no, 80% of the
It's
Biggest
casual
joke of
marketing.
the
the
year.
community is going out and buying an Xbox tonight. So.
You're buying an old digital copy of Sonic 2, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Wow,
All right.
Sonic
Yeah.
2.
And you
So
can
that's my
get
game
it
moment of
anyways
the
on
year.
XBLA already.
I love
Yeah,
it.
Or-
that's my game moment of the year. Oh yeah.
Corey.
Do you have my video queued up? Do you?
Video moment
Yeah,
of the
I
year.
do, but where exactly?
I sent you a link.
You
Uh-oh.
said somewhere in the middle.
Maybe you gotta pass to me while
Let's send
Yeah,
it.
let's
John
pass
looks for
it
the.
Don.
All right,
I sent it to
we'll
your
save
Gmail.
Corey's
Yes.
video. So my game of the year is incredible. It's amazing. When I first did it, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
What is it?
Yeah, it's
So,
sex.
sex.
Yes, I finally did it, guys.
Sex with a woman?
There's a little game
One
I
less version in this
downloaded.
room.
What's sex like? I don't know what that
You can get this game on the iPhone for free,
Candy
and it's called
Street Fighter?
Deer Hunter 2014.
What?
Oh,
is.
wow.
Okay.
Now they did a little update with the holiday DLC, and I
Can you
said,
hunt
"Oh,
humans?
Reindeer Hunter?
I killed Dasher, and Prancer, and Blitzen,
And Rudolph?
and especially Rudolph.
Oh.
And I shot him in the heart. And they have the
Not the nose?
They have the Sniper Elite
I'm having
animation.
flashbacks to Halloween.
They have the bullet slow down when you follow the bullet and it enters the
It's like the
deer's
sniper.
Sniper Elite. And it's over, and then the thing just falls over, and I'm like, oh my god! I just
You're
ruined
an
Christmas.
evil son of a
Christmas.
bitch,
It's
Donna.
not me though. It's the game,
No,
and
you
I can't stop
definitely
playing
did.
You're
it.
the one that's like getting a hard on out there about it.
It's just.
Yeah, he's got a hard on.
Yep. Sorry guys.
So Toluca
Whoops.
Baduka on the chat saying, mine is finally beating Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3. Finished this one last night. Now he needs to get
wow.
Black Flag. So,
Good
he
luck
was
with that.
saying
That's gonna be
he's moving
twice as
through-
long.
all right, is
Yeah.
Kaori's moment set up?
All right, yeah.
This is my moment of the week, you guys.
Here we
Flips
go.
This, like mechanical
go.
switch in the control room.
It's
we
the
go.
logo.
It's us.
It's us.
We can't see the
no,
video,
you know
but it's
what though,
playing,
you
yes.
guys, it really is us because my gaming moment week is starting
Sounds
to do
like
this
Dave.
show with you
Aw.
guys.
Oh,
Now
couldn't
I
tell
feel
what
like
it
an
was.
ass.
I,
Game moment of the year.
yeah, gaming moment of the year is doing this with you guys and starting it off. So that was my gaming moment of the year.
Aw.
I made friends with gamers, and it's really important to me because I don't have a lot of friends to talk gaming with. So I come here every Monday and I get excited about it, and now we have a friendship.
And now
When
we
you
need to play more
started-
Nintendo Lands.
When you
Yeah.
started, like when you
And
started,
on
you
that
hadn't
day-
played like a lot of the PS3 games, had you?
Because I've been stuck on Skyrim, and I don't have a lot of friends to talk about games with, and it
but
just
now
gets
you
lonely.
like you could
What?
like yeah.
And now I have all you guys, so it's
Look at that. On that day, Dave, Grant, and Donnell,
Get
their heart
gaming
grew.
friends.
Ever
3 sizes too big. My heart's
Oh,
been 3
God, my
sizes
heart.
too big. It's about to blow up. Ah.
Oh!
And then we all get 3 sizes bigger too.
I know.
It's like a little Chinatown.
What is it?
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble
Big
in
Trouble in
Little
Little Chinatown. So I'll move on to my moment of the week, which is not nearly as heartwarming.
I know. You better say us.
It's
This is like a super grinchy.
My
moment.
anti is you guys.
I think it's
Had to
always
do with
fun
you guys.
when
Damn it.
people who I think are kind of asshole-ish put their foot in their mouth. And Lord British, at the beginning of the year, basically said that all current games suck, all current designers suck.
Yeah, he did a Roger Ebert thing.
Meanwhile, he's also making games in the background and designing games. So he basically, like, pretty much said everyone sucks at making games except for him.
Including him.
Yeah.
But
Technically including him.
technically including
Yeah,
him.
but in his mind, it's like, no,
yeah,
I'm good.
everyone else, right.
Because he didn't throw a caveat
Whereas
saying,
meanwhile,
well, my
he-
games are exempt from this. I even say that, like, the
Yeah,
stuff
but
that I've
Whereas
worked
meanwhile,
on.
he hasn't made a good game since Ultima. Really, so I mean, like, all right. So I thought that was pretty funny, and yeah, I'd say that was just that moment made me laugh. So I mean, that's my evil and like gaming
Yeah, I
moment.
know.
After Kaori does her heartwarming one,
You gotta have balance.
but just because I have to talk about it, my other moment is just getting all the achievements in Dark Souls this year.
You
Ah.
did it. Oh, yeah. That
was
was,
this year.
Yeah,
Wow.
You got pretty happy about that. That was your boner moment.
So let's yeah, it was my boner moment. So
Sick.
my moment. So let's do some quick hits real quick, and then we'll get to another topic. So. Quick hits, real quick. And
Besides,
speaking
like,
of Dark Souls,
Getting moment of the year boners?
speaking of Dark Souls and my boner of the year, it's the end of the year, guys. So yes, I have to find a way to talk about Dark Souls. I have to.
Of course.
They're opening up
We
a
welcome
Dark
it.
Souls cafe in Tokyo,
Oh!
January 6, 2014.
We going to Tokyo,
So
guys.
for all you guys, we're gonna go on the trip together so we can drink out of Estes flasks in Tokyo.
I don't know
That'd be
enough about
great.
these cafes that pop up, but these are like pop-up cafes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They only exist for like a year.
But
or a couple
apparently,
months.
yeah, because apparently it's gonna be opening when Dark Souls 2 comes out. They're gonna be doing more stuff with the cafe.
It's-
So.
It's a little promotion, sort of, in
yeah.
a way. They did that with Dragon Quest, right?
Yeah.
Because like I remember every once in a while I hear Kotaku run like this like bit about like this cafe where people
Right.
like wear masks and
Well,
give you food.
they
and
did
I'm
that
like,
for
is
Resident
really gonna be around
Evil.
for like
They
5
do
or
that
6
for
years.
They do that for Japanese-made games, pretty much. No North American.
Here in
We're going to
America, we
Tokyo.
have food trucks.
We're going to Tokyo.
That's
Yeah, we have food
Tokyo.
trucks here, like the one that Kaori showed all the scrolls online. So
Because we're classy as balls.
Yeah,
Microsoft.
food on wheels.
Microsoft has increased the price of Xbox One exclusives by £5 in the UK.
Can you convert that
Can you
for
convert
me?
that
That-
for me?
£5.
£5?
I never heard the word
Which
quid.
is how
Quid
much
is
in
like
dollars?
slang for pounds. It's
Oh.
like bucks
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Bucks.
didn't know that.
or
You
green.
have to know. Well, now you know.
Was that
Yeah.
your...
That's not a good.
Yeah.
Bills.
The more you know.
I was like,
Franklin.
was that
It
your
is-
British
it-
accent?
Dave cannot do a
$8
British
and
accent.
16
The more you know.
It is $8
quid.
and 16 cents, governor.
But
Well,
today's
governor.
Christmas. That's all I know.
Another antiquated
Governor.
term along
Governor.
with quid.
I can only do an Irish
Or
accent. I
just
can't do a British one. I'm sorry.
Just a British term, not to. Oh no, wait, fuck the British viewers. Screw them.
Whoa! There goes all.
Okay,
our
there goes
viewers.
like all of our viewers.
Yeah.
They're all basically UK viewers. So
But I mean, it does. I mean, does it suck? I mean, yeah, it sucks to pay more for. Is it? For,
especially the thing that sucks is that it's all the Xbox One exclusives
Exclusive,
that are
right.
$5 more, £5 more, £5 more. Not $5. That
Is
actually
that
be
a-
$10.
It's actually
Yeah.
they're
Is
actually
that
about
a
$8
value-added
more.
tax type thing? Is that just like it's a tax type thing?
I don't know, but it's like specifically Dead Rising 3, Rise Son of Rome, and Forza Motorsport 5 were originally 45 quid and now they're 50.
So I
Look at
mean,
that.
like this could be if it is a government thing and it is related to like games that are popular. Or Xbox One's exclusives, like they could be doing it because like isn't the UK that country that's like the Western country that's like, oh, we're gonna like put all these initiatives in place to make sure that our kids aren't playing games and like overdosing.
No, I think that's more like Germany.
Well, there's
And Sweden.
I thought it was just
Sweden.
the
and Australia.
distributing
Australia, yeah,
internationally
the big
into
bag in the
another
room.
country.
I don't know, but I mean, PlayStation is actually
Doesn't make
apparently
any
53
sense.
quid, so it's actually £3 more for their exclusive games. So I guess like it's still cheaper than that.
Who wants to? I mean, at 50, was it 50
50
quid?
yeah,
That'd
50
be
quid.
What?
For Rise, Son of Rome, Dead Rising 3, and Forza
And what did
Motorsport
that work
5.
out to? I didn't see.
$65, $70.
50. By the way, 50 quid is about $100.
Oh, I'm way off.
There
Maybe
is
a little
Yeah.
bit. Maybe at this
freaking
point it's a little
way
bit
you're gonna-
less. Like maybe it's more like $90 or
Yeah,
75, but
okay.
still.
I can't believe it's 2 to 1.
Well,
because
everything,
No
that's how
one's gonna
everything
buy
is
a
in London.
$100 game.
Well, if you live in England, you have
Yeah,
to.
well, it's
50 quid is about $81.50.
Okay, so
Wow.
I guess the conversion rate's a little bit better now. But
Quidditch.
anyways, let's move on to the next one. Steam Machine test run. Steam Machine
Corey.
test units
And
have been
that's where
sent out.
Kaori went.
yeah, exactly.
I did.
She went off topic.
Steam Machine test units have been sent out this Friday,
To all
Friday the
300
13th.
of those
Oh, I've seen
amazing
it.
lucky
But
people.
on top, as well, SteamOS is now available for download for anyone who wants to try it
yeah,
out.
Be wary installing that, folk.
Right,
Wipe
because
your computer.
I thought it said like you still probably want to use your other operating
I
system.
mean, what's the
It
point
says
of
in the
downloading SteamOS, honestly?
There is no
They
point.
just said it
Other
like
than having another operating system and slowing down your
it just
you
makes
computer.
your
downloaded it, tried
TV
it.
into a better living
If
room
you're on a Mac,
experience.
don't do it.
I'm with you, Donell.
If you're on a PC, don't do
Maybe.
it because your PC is
a
able to
puzzle.
handle the.
'Cause it's the first time you agree
Windows
with
is
me.
able to handle the hardware and Steam better than the Steam OS proper at this point.
Well, because
so.
in their ad and when the people got it, because a lot of people are posting pictures of it, blah blah blah. But they're saying on Reddit and
Reddit.
online
The Reddits.
Meaning Donell posting
tweets,
pictures.
me. It says like it enhances your living room experience. It's not supposed to really replace your computer, really. That's
Yeah.
why it still says still hang on
Just
to that
like
Windows
Steam
7.
Box.
So
Just like introducing Steambox. So EA and Battlefield 4 are under investigation for quality issues. They have actually
That's a shame.
by
This
law
actually
firm
was like-
Holzer. Yes, to Holzer, not just Holzer. Holzer and Fistel,
Holzer.
LLC. For misleading
Perfect.
investors and analysts regarding the quality of Battlefield 4, which has had tons and tons
Wait, what
of
country
Yeah.
was this?
issues.
I remember reading this. It was in a specific country. I don't know. It wasn't our.
Germany.
It wasn't our country.
Was it not?
No, it was not.
nah, it's probably international. Here's the thing about it though, because this is like a love-hate relationship I have with Battlefield 4 and EA and DICE and all this. Because
The
I feel like
issues they've been having-
it should like, is this person just trying to
This is an
get money?
Atlanta-based law firm.
Oh.
Like, is
well,
this person just trying to get money because
color me wrong?
because it's just a lot of hype that's around people just, you know,
Well, they're saying-
hey, it's broken, it's broken, it's broken. So people are like, hey, there's a chance to get some money out of this multi-million
Well, they're saying it was investors
billion-dollar
and
company.
analysts who were misled, and I think the main complaint wasn't that it didn't sell well, which I'm sure was an issue, or that it was like it wasn't anything like that. It's the fact that there were so many bugs, and it was such like a
Right.
crappy, buggy experience that completely screwed over its reviews.
My
and they were
thing
gonna
is
do
that
less.
they're not
Same
gonna
thing
win
with
against this.
They tried to do the
I
same
don't think
thing
they're gonna
with
win
Aliens,
against this.
Colonial Marines. And
Yeah,
that
and if
didn't
they couldn't
fly.
get away with it for Aliens, Colonial Marines, there's no way they're getting
But-
away with it for Battlefield 4.
The thing about I like about it is just it draws attention just to be like, you know, because I don't think it's DICE's fault that it's like broken and stuff. I think they work very hard and they're, you know, I think they have a great development team. I think it's really EA that's maybe causing them not to have much time.
I'm sure
and
it's
I understand that
always a
this is a
time thing.
business and you can't
Yeah, can you
have
imagine if
a
DICE was
team
like-
going over
Well, it's
budget.
because
Give
they
us
were also
3
being
more
forced to
months.
finish the game by the time PS4 and Xbox One came out. I'm sure they were like,
I
you
like how
have to get
everybody
this
Yeah,
done.
you
focuses
gotta get
on
this
the bugs
done.
and everything, but the single player portion of that game was
Well-
one of
Well,
my
single player,
worst-
I
one
think
of
they
the
were
worst
planning on
games I
like,
played all
if
year
you
on
guys want this
Xbox.
multiplayer, we have to sacrifice the single player because
So-
we'll go over budget.
So horrible.
Kaori can rejoice because
Telltale Games agreement to make a Game of Thrones game based on the HBO television series with will be a I can't even read because I'm so excited. Multi-year, multi-title partnership.
It's multi-year, multi-title. There's gonna be more than just one.
Thought it wouldn't be.
Winter has
that
come.
was possible. I thought it was possible.
I mean,
We're gonna do the entire Game of Thrones story in one game.
I mean, I would have actually liked that, honestly.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
I mean, since it's
nah.
episodic, it'll probably be like season per
Ned
season.
is dead.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: they could have also
Winter's
just made a deal
Dragons
like
are flying.
they could
Dragons.
always have made a deal though, like let's see basis.
Wieners.
Like if it did, the first one did well and they liked the
Wieners.
quality, then they would. Wieners. Is this gonna be copyrighted now because of South Park?
We only did it for like 4 seconds. We're
True,
good.
that's right. We are good. This is fair use.
Fair
Yep,
use.
fair
Fair
use.
use wieners.
Which we're going to be talking about some fair use in just a bit. So, while we're waiting for The Last Guardian, Ueda has basically, Fumito Ueda, who's the guy making The Last Guardian, apparently he's really into VR. He loves the Oculus Rift. He's really
I was
into...
thinking about
Please
sex
don't.
and stuff.
I didn't really
Stop
look at
thinking
that
about
one.
sex stuff.
I
Please don't
know.
tell me that he said that he's going to make Last Guardian Rift.
No, he's not saying that. He's
No,
just saying
no.
that this is totally separate. Like right
Yeah.
now, he's just like as far as Last Guardian goes, his job is basically done. He's
I
not
really
even
like
working
the
on it
idea of
anymore.
Yeah, he's kind of like
He-
I want to make the Last
bored.
Guardian
He's
ready
basically
for the holodeck.
But basically,
when
what
it
he
comes
said is
out.
he's interested in making a zombie game. He's interested in Oculus Rift and really loves the Oculus Rift. And he actually apparently wanted initially. He was interested in making a VR game after he was done with Eco, I believe it
Yeah.
was. So
I think it's
he's-
just the curiosity. You need to try it to really understand how it works and get a inspiration.
This is also
Which,
just my
let's face
excuse
it,
to
which
talk
is the
about
same
what
kind
he's
of
doing,
curiosity
'cause-
that a lot of people had about the Wii when it first came out in motion control, and that,
Right.
well, that was that.
So we need to talk about some fair use stuff because there's a shitstorm going on with YouTube right now based off of this, which we didn't talk about last week, which we probably should because it's only specifically affecting multi-channel networks who produce gaming content. That there's a giant, throughout this week, I mean, shitstorm's really the word, but giant lockdown from
It's called
YouTube.
the YouTube
YouTube-apocalypse.
YouTube apocalypse.
YouTube-apocalypse.
Perfect.
So,
Okay.
It's pretty significant for the Let's Players and for
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. That's
news
their.
websites. We
That's
talked
their
about
living.
it a little bit.
I mean,
we
that's
talked about it
their
a little bit last
income.
week, did we not? Rachel
Has it
was-
affected you in any way?
well, I don't make any money off of my videos
And-
yet.
and
Right,
Dave
but what
was
do you
saying
work
that-
on? You
Dave
work
was
on
saying
really
that Dark
Twitch,
Souls-
which
I
Twitch
don't
is
work on
still.
Twitch.
No, he works on YouTube,
I do
and
it
Dark
purely
Souls
YouTube.
has been
I thought you
very
did control
lenient
live.
with all their
Oh,
rights.
yeah, Dark
people.
Souls is very lenient, but I saw a lot of these places, like a lot of these places where they're getting hit from aren't the actual companies themselves who made the game, but it's third parties who maybe like license some of the music in the game, so it's the music playing in the background because it's part of the game. That's what they're getting hit by. So that's kind of the ridiculous part about it. Some of them are actually people who got agreements from the game makers themselves who said, yes, we want you to make this Let's Play, maybe even paid them to do the Let's Play.
Yep.
So that's where the
I've been
ridiculous
kind of
part
quiet
is.
about this, but I think the most significant issue that all the week last week that I've been
Grant
watching
Unleashed.
this and covering it is that they're giving the right for almost anybody to target and like contest videos. Like it's not like they're saying like, okay, submit an application and we'll get this video taken down like it used to
Yeah,
be.
no.
It's like they literally open the floodgates, and if someone wants to abuse this option, it now has the ability to shut down somebody's YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's an automatic thing. Like
It
it's
is just-
it's a very simple. Like anybody that touches this video automatically gets a stop.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
the thing
higher-
that's screwed up
and
about
I was talking with Rachel before last week's episode, and like she even thinks that like a retroactive idea, at least let her get the videos up. At least let you get the YouTube people get their videos up, and if you want to hold back some of the like the monetary gains on videos, do that. But just let the videos get up.
Well,
and
that's
get
what a lot of
approved
it
and
is,
all
though.
that
They're not
other
actually
stuff.
taking down
Yeah,
the
they're
videos.
not taking down the videos.
strikes against the videos
that are already up, and now that
But the
they're
strikes
making it
against the
harder
videos-
they're making it harder for videos to get approved as well. That's the other thing. Is
I
the
haven't
news
had a
organizations,
single issue
Yeah.
putting videos up.
News organizations are in a flibble over this because it's going to take longer for videos to get approved.
According to
and get
Watchtower,
up.
basically auto scans businesses they're being
Yeah,
processed. I guess since I
exactly.
did Dark Souls, I don't have to worry about. But
Yeah.
the main people they're hitting right now are people who are already associated with a partner. So like people who are partnered with Machinima or like
Yes.
Polaris,
Maker
Studio.
right.
So people who
Which
are
is actually part of
associated
all
with them, who
that.
are part of that multi-channel network, who were kind of like safe before, those are the people getting hit. So I'm not actually associated with anyone at the moment, and that's
Right.
why I'm okay.
Right.
Because I'm not associated
because
with anybody.
they're making money and they're getting a lot of income. So
But
a lot of these
technically-
companies are thinking, you guys are pretty much using our stuff. and making money off of it without us receiving the money. In a sense, because you created something and then they take it. But of course, we go back and forth on this. If you buy a game, is it really yours?
Right.
Or is it really the company's?
The issue with it too is that since it's a Let's Play, and to play a game, to get the experience of playing a game, you need to play it. And a lot of times Let's Plays help sell games, which is the other issue, because that's why some people buy games, is they see a Let's Play that's fun.
Deep Silver's come out and said, just go with it, run with it. Yeah.
Like Ubisoft, or not Ubisoft, Blizzard said, "What the hell's going on? Let us know." I think Ubisoft said that too. They're like, "What the hell's going on? Let us know."
Blizzard,
like a lot of them are getting behind these people who are already hit with strikes, and this is the problem: is that they're getting hit with strikes by people who aren't Ubisoft, who aren't Deep Silver, and then they're not making money anymore for that video.
Say, let companies like EA, Blizzard, Ubisoft, EA, Activision, Ubisoft, and Deep Silver, let them go after games companies, or let them go after YouTubers if they want, and they can represent all of their artists and all of the licensees and like the people that they've licensed music from, because that's their responsibility.
But sometimes the thing is that sometimes like Blizzard, like not Blizzard, that's a bad example. Actually, Blizzard doesn't like Let's Plays, but like some of these companies like Deep Silver will license third-party music to appear in their game, and then according to their license, people can do what they want with the game as long as the game is present, as long as it's not the music alone. But that third-party company who licenses the music has their automatic thing out where YouTube scans that their music's in this gameplay footage, and then it's getting hit when it shouldn't be, because it's part of the gameplay, and that's the issue with this robotic method.
These companies are so advanced at this point that they should know whether or not that piece of music was licensed to a third party like Deep Silver, and it's used in the game, and like games are like, the gaming channel is the biggest channel on YouTube. So
it should be, but music licensors, they are still stuck in the 90s.
And then unfortunately, YouTube, knowing full well they implemented this entire system knowing that the licensors are stuck in the 90s.
Because they don't want to get sued. That's all it is.
Right, exactly. They don't want to be paying for like all these people who are claiming copyright.
And then also, if they put these ads on and someone else, because the ads are still going to be on it, it's just that the person creating the content is not going to get paid.
Exactly.
But YouTube still gets paid anyways.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter to them. So here's what I think the best solution would be, personally, is I think the best solution would be for something like this. And this is how I've always felt about these derivative works, is I feel like the maker of the game and the content YouTube creator should both get part of the ad revenue. I mean, I think that's a fair middle ground, because the YouTuber is using that and making a derivative work based off of that. So I think that would be a fair way to say it. Like, I wouldn't mind if I start revenuing and making revenue off of my Dark Souls video. I wouldn't mind being like, hey, Bandai Namco. Like, of course, like I'd be happy for you to make some money off of it.
You'd be happier FromSoft was actually getting that money,
yes, I'd be happier if FromSoft was getting paid over Bandai Namco. But I mean, the point is, and obviously I like to make all the lion's share of money, but I think that's a fair way to say, is like, both the derivative person making the derivative work should get paid because they're the one making that derivative work.
Right.
And why not give a little bit of revenue, like at least a little piece of that, to the guy who created the game?
Well, I say, there's a famous saying, cash is king. Dave. All right. It's the money. So pretty much, has YouTube listened to people complain about certain things, and has things changed?
Nope.
No.
Hey, Google Plus. Yeah, everybody loves that implementation.
So for me, it's kind of like, I don't want to think like this, but I feel like it's going to be a sad end, and we need to go to another site that offers this sort of
That's what a lot of people are saying, is like shift over to Twitch. Maybe it's time for third parties. And you know what?
But
honestly,
it's not the answer. It's just another company, another website will have to rise to the occasion.
I have seen even just like medium level streamers on Twitch just get constant, like one evening of streaming is like they'll get like 5 supporters, people supporting like $5 here, $10 here.
Donations,
and it's like, how many
like
views do you have? Yeah, how many views do you have to get on YouTube to start turning like $20, $30 of profit on a video?
I get 2,000 to 3,000 views a day. With that, if I was monetizing, I'm not. If I was, I could be making between $200 to $500 a month.
Right.
A month.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that's with 2,000 to 3,000 views a day.
I get 2,000, 3,000 views a day.
I mean, the point is, we're trying to like, I'm trying to tell you, like, this is about what the rates are. You could actually go to socialblade.com and look up any user and find out how much money they're making if you want.
Okay.
So if you want to, you can find out how much revenue they're, and what the range is depending on who they're partnered with, because it also depends on who you're partnered with, how much of the ad revenue they're going to give you. That's a big amount too, because you could be making like $2 to $5, $2 to $10, depending on who you're partnered with and what the deal is in the contract.
I say, don't worry, guys. Look, YouTube, just like Facebook, MySpace, it's going to go away, and then another thing will rise.
If I'm an artist,
offer you
I think Google Plus is the
what?
main reason for viewers to go away, because content creators, like, I mean, this is the reason for content creators to go away, but guys, Google Plus, fuck Google Plus. boss.
We're sponsored by them.
If I'm a content creator, like a musician or an artist, and I'm represented by a company like Sony or Universal Music, I'll let them handle the rights. I'm not going to go after it myself, and that's what's happening. A lot of these like smaller companies or like these like fly-by-night companies that want to just like that have licensed 5 things, or they want to like hit videos with takedown responses. They're the ones that are enacting a lot of these like takedown responses.
Right.
Don't worry, guys. I'll create a website.
Well,
you guys can upload it to my video.
Another issue too with the
fine.
music thing, because most of these are coming from music. So another issue with the music thing is sometimes someone gives verbal permission or gives permission to use their music written, and then they end up, after this happens, a year or 2 years later, sign with a company, and then that company goes back and says, "Oh no, wait, we have permission for this," even if someone like had signed or gotten permission to use that song. So
it's
that's
just like, oh, this is free royal music, but if somebody owns it,
right,
then
so
boom,
the royalty free.
Take that
Know
down.
your rights. Be careful.
Know your rights.
And maybe look for something other than YouTube.
Right. But I mean, like,
come to my site.
Yeah, come to Donell's site.
Donell's
site. We can upload any video.
So, all right, we got we're gonna do gaming moments of the we're gonna do some gaming moments of the week real fast to round it out in a fun way. But before we do, guys, a challenge for you guys. I've got some Tokitori Toes to hand out for PSN. So free PS3.
Free game.
Tokitori, which is a puzzle platform game that Grant, if you want to talk a little bit about Tokitori briefly.
3-dimensional. You got to find your lover on the other side of the puzzle, and you got to make your way over to your buddy, your opposite colored friend. And
now this was a game that actually originally came out for Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
But now you can get it, I believe, Xbox Live. And
you got a video going.
We got music going. So we are giving away. We have codes for PSN, for PS3. So we have a challenge for you guys. Comment on YouTube or tweet at us. The YouTube that it's going to count on is a game control tube. You have to comment on the game control tube YouTube one. So comment on that to win this code. So the question is, what did everyone dress as for Halloween on Game Control Live? So go back to the Game Control Live from Halloween, comment with what everyone dressed up as, and the first responses, depending on how many codes we have to give away, you guys will win.
No,
So
I mean, we'll pick one from random, because like the YouTube, we don't know when it's gonna go
actually,
up.
you can do the new comments thing too. Yeah, you can arrange it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Google Plus messed everything up. So real quick, so do that. Gaming moments of the week, really quick, because we got to wrap this up. So my gaming moment of the week is that apparently there just might be a new Mana games in the work that's talking about Secret of Mana, Legend of Mana. Secret of Mana is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, and I love Legend of Mana. And there is a Christmas album released with a song of a as yet released game that could be
Christmas album.
a Mana game. Kaori.
How do you do a Christmas Secret of Mana album?
Batman Arkham Origins. Beat the game. Done.
Yay!
All right, Grant.
My gaming moment of the week is Starbound. If you aren't playing it on early access for Steam Greenlight, go and get it. It's definitely worth it.
I'm in the beta for Rust, and it's still fun to build stuff. Survive.
All right, as we wrap up, some real quick comments from you guys. We asked, what did you think of VGX, and otherwise, what are holiday games that you're looking forward to getting? Also, I said, Dying Light looks too much like Dead Island for me to get excited about. I'm super pumped for The Witcher 3, South Park, The Stick of Truth, and Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow Demon Rage. Tales from the Borderlands is the TellTale game. Shadow Demon Rage, a.k.a. Zavans, ADV Zavan, says, I already got my must-have game during Black Friday, Ni no Kuni, but my absolute must-have game is South Park. Though who the F knows when we'll see that shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
And the VGX was asked this year. Couldn't bear to watch more than 5 minutes at a time. Any past VGAs were better than this year's train wreck. Gaming Heart says, I thought 2012's VGAs were actually pretty decent, with Journey winning tons of awards, Walking Dead winning Game of the Year, and of course Dark Souls 2 being announced. Gaming Heart, big Dark Souls fan. He actually watches some of my content too.
And that's
good.
Too,
Awesome guy. He said he sat through the entire 3-hour debacle. I've never really thought Joel McHale was funny. Conan would have killed it though. His Clueless Gamer segments are hilarious.
That's all I want is 3 hours of Clueless Gamer.
And we do have to wrap this up though. So again, YouTube comments from you guys. Answer the question. You can have a chance and let us know if you have a PS3. Give someone else a chance to win the code, but let us know if you have a PS3 and you want to win. Answer this YouTube contest question for us. And guys, this song is F-Zero Bluification, Big Blue by Tansoon. Also from, I believe, this is also from OC Remix. So guys, once again, I'm Dave Klein. You can find me on Twitter at @TheDaveKlein. That's Klein.
Find me, Kaorious, Kaorious.
You can find me on Twitter at GAK, and after the new year, I'm going to be starting a new podcast about video games. So come and check me out on Twitter.
And you can find me, Donell Tucker, at the Donell Zone. So check it out.
John Quirk.
And you can find me at Now Quick, and currently in the works is a little bit of a video game topics kind of sketch show that's going on that will be starring Monsignor Dave Klein and a few other familiar faces. So, currently just in the scripting phase, so it could all go tits up real fast, but
It's dinner! Really fun!
Tits up.
but that's all you need.
I'll
right.
show these off.
I have titties.
Later, guys. I like ending with cards.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.